boom. There's the shot. We clash, boom, there's the shot. So we clash, there's the lop sao. So if you take a look at many times in fights, we're gonna have this kind of a clash. Either he comes to me or I'm going into him. At some point, this kind of a clash is going to happen. When this happens, there's a pressure here. So as I'm pushing this pressure into him, the natural tendency when you press into somebody is what? That they're going to push back. So when he's pushing back for me to try to box out or slap it, I'm going into this strength. It's not using his force and borrowing it. So when I feel this energy, he gives me that energy, that's where the lop sao is going to come from. The lop sao is a motion that comes from my hip, my lat, and my core. It's not my hand. Everything moves and then the lop goes. It's kind of like you have a lat pull down and you pull it and you turn and twist, put your whole body into it. The lop sao is from your back and from your hip. So you see at this motion, but he's pulling, boom, he's pushing into me. That's the key thing. I don't want you to just do a lop sao with no energy. He's here, he's pushing into me, he's pushing into my center in this direction, so you borrow the energy. If you notice, also when I hit, my hand comes and returns to stay protected and sticky to him. Very important. So we clash, there's the lop sao. We clash, boom, there's the lop sao. So you can see my whole body turns to pull him into me, okay? Now, that's one option. The second option is if he pushes this way a little bit. If he pushes this way, I come from the inside and lop sao. He pushes, I come from the inside. He comes this direction, I go that way. Go the other one, boom. I pull it. So what I'm learning to do with all trapping is I have to feel what he's doing. Trapping is not forcing what I want to do on him. That's why it doesn't work. Trapping is based on the energy that he's giving me. If Clay was neutral, then I go box out. There's neutral, there's no energy here. He's neutral, there's a box out. He pushes into me, there's a lop sao. He cuts that way, there's the lop sao on the other side. The energy is very important. So you see, once we go here, I feel it, and see which way is the energy going. So Clay, I'm going to come in and move my hand so you can see he's feeding the energy back this way. If he's feeding the energy back this way, boom, I take the shot. I feed into him, and he's feeding the energy this way. He's feeding the energy this way, I come over the top, boom. If he's neutral, I take the box out. This is how it's going to work. So I'm going to feed him, so this becomes an energy drill. He has to pick which lop sao to take, or if I have nothing, he takes a box out. This is how we start to functionalize it. So we'll start right here. Remember, it's not how you fight. We're just isolating a reference point so you can learn to feel energy. Okay? Ready? You. See, I gave him nothing. There you go. There you go. There you Very nice. See, that's how we start to play with it. So he's getting used to feeling where it's coming from. Because when we're doing this, I'll come to you, okay? So give me pressure. There's the shot. And he goes again, there's the shot. And then he takes it away, and you feel it. You start to get used to feeling when he's going to go. That's very important, because in a fight, you don't have time to see. You have to be able to feel. How does this work in a practical situation? We're squared up like this. Boom, there's the lop sao. You see it? We're here. We just came in, and there's the lop sao. That's what I want you to see. It comes right out. Because the moment I go here, I feel him. I feel his hand, and I pull. What if his hand disappears? Go ahead. I just continue through to the shot. So that's how you take the traditional, work it into the modern. Have fun while you do it.